Get a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the magnificent Monday, the October 19th edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Hey, let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But much more important than that, during this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone, dial on in, 877-927-6648. We've got call-ahead seating. If you can't dial in, we've got you covered there, too. You can let those fingers do the walking. Go ahead, send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Inside that subject heading, please put radio show question and in our Tiger's Den. Well, any and every ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on Magical Magnificent Monday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Right now, mixed bag out here. Dow's off 97, S&P 15, NASDAQ 100 down 56. The Russell 2000 up about 2. The semis are up 4. Trannies are up 43 out here. VIX is up 62 pennies. Gold's up $7. Silver 31 cents out there. Leading the charge dollar-wise to the upside. It's Biospecifics Technologies up $27 or 44%. Zoom Video up $26. 5% nearly for Citizens. Bank shares up 6% or 22 and change. Mercado Libre $20. The Trade Desk 21. So we've got some movers. Shakers would be Amazon up $37. Google's down 16. Regeneron Pharmaceuticals 13. Lennox International down about 10. That's about 3.5%. Restoration Hardware down about 10 as well. So let's begin by taking a look at what's going on. Let's take a look at the daily view. In the 1 p.m. update, we focused on the S&P 500 and the ES Mini, and I really think that is the area to focus today, because as we take a look at pricing, as we take a look at profiles, you've got the ES, the NQ, the Dow, and then the Russell 2000 going from left to right. Yellow is representing the weekly profiles. Blue, or light blue, is dealing with the daily sets of profiles. And you can see some trend lines, descending and rising trend lines out there. So that gives us a feel to understand what price is doing. Now, the real key level is going to be the ES Mini. It's tested. So far, it's rejected the bottom of that daily profile. So the number to be watching at the close today is going to be 34.56. There's a close below 34.56. Price now, of course, it really depends where it closes, but still a close below 34.56 would suggest that price is going to run lower. And run lower would be the top of that weekly profile. At least that's what we have right here. And take a look at these charts. We might find something else on my other white background charts, but at this stage, that's what you would plan for and anticipate. The NQ had formed a new profile last week, and that new profile was below price, and that is a bullish message out here. Now, what happens if price gets back inside that profile? Well, then it opens up its kimono, and that kimono would be 11.512. So the top of the daily profile for the NQ that you're going to be wanting to watch is 11.723. It closed back inside there, which suggests a further retracement, not a change in trend. The ES Mini could be generating a change in trend if it were to close below the bottom of its daily profile. So I think that's what we really need to focus on. So in doing that, that means we're going to focus on the ES and the NQ to kind of get a general message for the market. So if we take a look at the NQ, so this is pretty interesting out here. And what happened on last week, hello, Steve-O. What happened last week was the NQ confirmed a Rhodes momentum indicator top. Now, the last Rhodes momentum indicator top to confirm inside of the NQ was right back here. Right back here at the high on February the 20th. Oh, this is a weekly chart, so the week of February 21st out there. You can see it was also a TD9 count top, so you had two topping signals. Now, things really would get rocking and rolling inside the NQ. Remember, it's a weekly chart out here, so we really need to see the weekly close. But if price does close below Stevie's green line out here, well, that's signaling a intermediate term change in trend. That number right now is about 11,741, Stevie's green line number as we speak. That's going to change up and down a bit. But you do have inside the NQ a reason to be cautious now. Price today has only tested Stevie's green line and has bounced off it. So it must be a close below that, and not a daily close, but certainly a weekly close. So we know what the weekly has done here. And that says, okay, time to be cautious. Let's go take a look at the daily time frame. Well, on the daily here, we can see the message with regard to its profiles. It's still bullish because price is above the top of that daily profile out there, just slightly below the weekly right now. However, if we take a look at the daily time frame chart here for the NQ, first, we don't have a confirmed sell the D point or Gartley sell pattern. The reason why I say it's not confirmed when I say it's because my rules require a bearish reversal candle. That doesn't mean that it still can't form. It just doesn't fit my requirements for identifying a top or a bottom. In this case here, it would be a top. Nonetheless, we can also see in the NQ that Stevie's green line is under attack. Let me actually get my data box out here. I'll give you the actual number live as we're speaking. That's going to be 11,803 out there. So if price closes below 11, what did I say? Let me get the 11,803. We're at 11,792 right now. Well, here's the thing, though. If the NQ closes below the oscillator and change line, but still above the top of its daily profile, what we have is a mixed signal. We have a undecided signal, so to speak, out there. But if price does get, so we're going to use 11,723 as the real number inside the NQ out here. But again, a close below Stevie's green line would suggest at least that level being tested, 11,723 out there. If we take a look at the 30-minute time frame out here, so the 30-minute time frame for the NQ, what we have is actually a couple of different patterns out here. So here you can see a Gartley buy pattern that formed last night. That happened at the open at 6 o'clock as price gapped up, and then by 6:30 we had the confirmation of that Gartley buy pattern. Now what we have out here, let's change it around. We've got what looks like or very close to a another Gartley buy pattern. This one would look like this. So we're looking at the A to B equals CD pattern. We want to go see if it actually completed out here. And let's see. Maybe not exactly completed just. Okay, so it hasn't. We'll say it hasn't completed because the one-to-one would get you down to 11,720. And so far the low out here is 11,745. So I don't know, 25 points here, maybe a bunch. But I did mention two patterns out here. So there's another pattern. It's TD9 count. Now, if you take a look at the bar following bar number 9, that's the one at 11 o'clock, and we just simply take a look at that low. That low you need to see it close below that low in order for that pattern to be negated. So you've got a valid bottoming pattern, the TD9 count, inside the NQ. We're not going to say you've got the buy the D point out here. And this is a bullish structured profile in the 30-minute time frame, just formed at 1 o'clock. If price closes above 11,825 to 11,790, price would run to 11,888 or 11,950. And obviously below the low of the day, then it'd be stretching to form that A to B equals CD to the downside. That's at 11,720. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. Right now.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's off 85, S&P 13. Let's go to a couple of questions. We can always go back to the general markets out here. First question coming in from Dennis G. Dennis writes in, he says, what are the charts thinking about TGB and Riot for the long term? So, Dennis, let's go take a look at the first one, the Taseko Mines TGB out here. You're asking long term. So long term, I don't know if that's monthly. If it is, prices trading above the top of its monthly profile. That looks good. Intermediate term, we'll call that the weekly time frame. Prices testing the top of that weekly profile. And that's at $1.13. You're trading at $1.14 right now. I don't know how the week is going to close out there, but you would like to see a weekly close above $1.13. In the daily time frame, price is trading inside its profile. So let's look at my other charts out here, see if there are any other signals or anything along these lines. You mentioned long term, so let's begin by taking a look at the quarterly time frame chart. So what do we see when we take a look at Taseko Mines? Well, we can see a TD9 count on a quarterly basis. So you're talking about real long-term out here. Let me get my cursor. So that was a couple of quarters ago. So that would be and actually it was really the second quarter out here because it was the bar following bar number 9. So on a quarterly basis, you've gotten a long-term buy signal in Taseko Mines, TGB. Take a look at a quarterly chart. We can see that this is trading just slightly above the top of the quarterly profile, and that would suggest that over time, Taseko Mines is headed to 238. 238 on a quarterly basis is going to be your resistance level. Let's back it off to the monthly time frame. On the monthly time frame, when we looked at profiles, we said, hey, this thing looks good. Price is well above the monthly profile. Of course, we don't see anything different here. What we do see is this going to be potentially bar number 5 on a monthly basis of a TD9 count. That would say you've got 4 to 5 months to go before there would be a top. Also, 238 happens to be the TD9 breakdown level on the monthly time frame chart. I believe that was the resistance area on the quarterly as well. So you know that's going to be a significant resistance level should price get up there. On the weekly time frame out here, the weekly time frame tells us what? Not much. What it does tell us is that we've seen price make a high. This would be the week of September 18th out there, and then a pullback. And that pullback the very following week was nothing more than a test of Stevie's green line. Last week was a test of Stevie's green line. So, Dennis, so far the monthly, quarterly, weekly all have bullish or positive messages out there. Now let's go take a look at the noise. The noise would become your daily time frame chart. And on a daily time frame chart here, I really don't have much else to add to the picture out here. And as long as price, I'd say, can remain above $1.13 today, that looks pretty good. So that's what I see when, or the charts see when they take a look at Taseko Mines. Your second instrument to take a look at, you were really just looking at the intermediate and long-term time frame, so you can disregard just the little daily analysis. Riot is the next one, something we're all going to have to get used to out here as a way of life. And if we take a look at Riot blockchain out here, trading out at 339, still the same question, long term. Now here on the monthly basis, price is above the top of that monthly profile, so that's good. It's above the top of the daily profile. The only thing that is consolidating is the weekly time frame. And price is well above the center of its bullish structured profile, 255, suggests a run to 433 out there. But let's go look at the other charts, see if there's any other kinds of signals. So right now your price target to the upside, intermediate term time frame, is going to be 433. That's without finding any other breakdown levels, TD9 breakdown levels, or anything else along those lines. On the daily time frame out here, as I have this populated, boy, I don't have anything to suggest anything differently. What I mean by that is, Dennis, price should continue to move higher out here. Its oscillator and change line changed colors about 4 or 5 trading sessions ago, and it's close with regard to whether it's been a bullish test or not. It's certainly not bearish at this stage of the game. So the daily suggests higher price. The weekly time frame out here, as we populate this again, is Riot. This looks bullish as well, as long as price remains above 317. Let's take a look at the monthly time frame. And on the monthly time frame out here, not a ton to really give us, other than your real key area of resistance, Dennis, is going to be $3.95. And we can see that prices hit that area. This is a monthly time frame. Yes, on a monthly intra-session, it got above that, but by the time it closed in August of 2020, it was back below that level. And the same last month. So your real resistance level, just so you know, 395, that's the level that price is going to need to get above to let you know that it's getting ready to rock and roll to the next level, to the upside out there. So that was Riot. Dennis, thanks so much for writing in. Hope that helps you out. Best of luck with those two instruments. LB writes in, LB McLeod, and that is, can you give your chart analysis on Go Row, looking for a short and long-term target out here? So absolutely, we can go take a look at that. So again, its ticker symbol, folks, is GORO, not to be confused with our man Garo out there in California and Alaska. Oh, but I wrote in Garo, Goro. See, that's just a proof that I cannot do two things at one time. You got to love it. Okay, so let's take a look at Gold Resource Corporation out here for LB. So LB, we've got the daily time frame chart shows a consolidation trading with inside its daily profile. That's in between the range of 280 to 313. The weekly shows that price is trading with inside its profile. That range is 244 to 371. Support, real key support here, profile-wise, is 286. That's the center of its bullish structured profile. Price closes on a weekly basis below 286. You should expect the 244 level. So really, it's a close below 280, because that's the bottom of the profile, would get you to 244. The monthly time frame for Gold Resource Corporation does not look good at all. Now, when I say not look good at all, it's below its monthly profiles out there. So you've got to really focus on the daily out here and the weekly. And you wanted short-term and long-term targets. Well, the upside target's pretty tough. Right now it's 371, the top of that weekly profile out here. Let's pull over my other chart, see what we can find here about GoRo. So here's an interesting chart. It's GoRo. And as this was moving lower, this is the daily time frame. It was on October 8th when this generated a Rhodes momentum indicator buy pattern. So you've got a valid bottoming pattern out here, Lee. And as long as price remains above 280, like we already covered, you're probably okay. Really, because it's a valid bottoming signal that was confirmed with that bull sash candle, your stop, if you were in this trade, would have to be or should be below 269. That's the low of that bull sash candle group of sessions out there. So you've got the valid bottoming signal. If we take a look at the weekly time frame out here, again, on the weekly basis, what do we have? You've got your weekly top. Now, that was way back here in February. Price pulls back. I just don't have anything. Whoa, hold your horses, Steve-O. You've got a TD9 count bottom. That took place 2 weeks ago. That was confirmed 2 weeks ago. So you've got a valid bottoming signal on the daily and the weekly. Again, all this tells us here is that those levels should hold, and if they don't, you've got to expect lower price. We already covered that, the 244-ish area out there. On the monthly time frame out here, nothing really positive. A TD9 count. Price breaks its first key level breakout support of 560. This says over the long haul, GORO should be headed to 433 out there. That's the weekly chart. That's the weekly chart. Yeah, that was a weekly chart. So, LB, I hope that helps you out. You got a valid bottoming signal. You got your work cut out for you. The fight between the Bulls and the Bears on GORO. We'll be right back. Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step-by-step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
folks. Dow down 109, S&P off 16, NASDAQ down 56 points. Michelle in our Tigers Den wants to take a look at CGC. CGC is Canopy Growth Corporation out here, trading right now at 19.33. And today, right now, Michelle, trading above the top of that daily profile. So 18.92 is the level that you're looking at that you'd like to see price close above. Price is trading into a prior swing point. That was a swing point from October the 12th. Had 14 million shares. You're up so far today with 7.6. We're more than halfway through the trading day. 19, 10, 11, 12, yeah, we're 4 hours in to the trading day. So it looks like it's pushing into that level with light volume. Doesn't mean that it won't get up and test the top out there. The top is going to be $20.13. But it's not the way you want to see it pushing into that swing point. On a weekly basis, the level to be watching, you were saying that you wanted to understand the levels. The weekly top of that profile is 1879. So close above 1879 this week would be a intermediate term positive. And on a weekly basis, you're looking for a close above 1685 come the end of the month, but it's only the 19th. Let's take a look at my other charts out here for CGC. And you also mentioned you wanted something for the 30-minute time frame. So let's begin by taking a look at the daily time frame. The daily time frame here, we can see a nice Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. Price was moving lower, doing less relative energy. That was back on October 2nd, and that was confirmed with that bullish reversal candle on October the 7th. Prices moved higher. We can see Stevie's red line turn green. We're going to see at some point in time here a test of price in that level, but that's nothing to be concerned about at the moment. Nothing concerned about at the moment. On the weekly time frame here, what do we see? Well, we already talked about the top of that weekly profile. Price can close above that. Then what you're looking at, Michelle, is a run up to the 2390. 2390 is its TD9 breakdown level. That takes you to the week of February 14th out there. So watch that. Right now, price trading between support, 1295, the breakout level, and 2390, the breakdown area. That's your range inside of CGC. On a monthly time frame out here, 2099 is going to be the key level that you're going to be watching. You can see on a monthly basis, the oscillator and change line change colors as well. So now what we're seeing unfold here over a period of time is price getting up and testing that level. If it's a test and rejection, gets up there, closes back below. Right now that reading is 2098. That would be a bearish message from CGC for the monthly time frame. So you asked one other thing, and that was the 30-minute. I've got a separate 30-minute chart out here. Let me grab that real quickly, see what its message to you and I are and everybody else out here. So on the 30-minute time frame for Canopy Growth, we can see here that been a nice move off of the bottom. It's had a let me update this. We should have the bar number 8. Yeah, okay. So it is potential. 30-minute chart, Michelle, has the potential to form a TD9 count top. Now, in order for that to happen, between now, so it takes us to between now and 2:30, anytime between now and 2:30, price would need to at least spike above 1962. If it prints 1963 between now and 2:30, you would have a valid TD9 count top for its 30-minute time frame out there. You can see that its oscillator and change line, the red line, has turned green as well. So if you do get that top, you would expect some type of retracement into that level. So, Michelle, I hope that that helps you out with regard to Canopy Growth for its 30-minute time frame, its daily time frame, and its weekly time frame as well. Thank you for the request. No other requests that I have out here at the moment, so maybe we'll go to the usual suspects. The usual suspects out. Well, no, we're not going to go to the usual suspects because Brad asked me to take a look at something else. That's why. A workhorse or something. WKHS. No idea what it is, but workhorse. How about that? It just looked like workhorse. So workhorse group out here. That is trading out at 22.51. It's trading below its daily profile. So what we know, Brad, is that's not really great out there to trade below support. Question is, was there some kind of bottom that formed out there that we can take a look at? So we'll go pull up my other charts to look at that. We also know, or what you know, is that the level of 29.35 is a key area of resistance. How do you know that? How can we be so specific? Because that's the top of its weekly profile. And last week, price tested and rejected that level. Now, you test and reject that. You're below the daily profile. So from a profile standpoint, Brad, the message currently is for you and I that price wants to make its way to 1619 to 1784 out there. We'll go take a look at my other charts and see what it provides us. With regard to the monthly time frame, price is way above its monthly profile, so there's nothing there for you and I to really hone in on. So let's go back to the daily time frame. Well, what I should have done, though, is actually typed in workhorse, WKHS, so we could have got my other charts populating, but I didn't do that. Average true range on this, Brad, $2.35 out there, so that's its average movement over the last 10 trading sessions out here. Let's get the other charts up on the screen. Let's start off by taking a look at the daily, not the monthly. On the daily time frame out here, let me get this thing fully populated. What do we see? So you've got the Rhodes Momentum Indicator top out here. That was actually confirmed on the trading day of September 22nd out here. Counter trend rally ran into resistance at the top of its bearish structured profile. The daily time frame, Brad, is suggesting that Workhorse wants to pull back to its breakout area, and that would be $16.80. That's the message from the daily time frame chart. From the weekly time frame chart out here, price is trading below Stevie's green line. That's at 23.88. So what that does is that opens up that kimono for price to pull back to 17.84 to 16.19 to even 14.55 where it broke out. This has a valid TD9 count top. It was bar number 8 that made the high out there. So as long as price is trading below Stevie's green line, you've got to anticipate a further retracement, and that was really matched up by the daily time frame chart as well. From a monthly series, what do we have? I've got nothing on the monthly series out here. So the daily and weekly appear to be controlling the direction of this workhorse stock out here, and right now its message is that it wants lower price. So I hope that helps you out, Brad. Thanks so much for writing in. We've got a caller on the line, and it is Victor. Victor, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you?
Good. I'm looking for DPHC. Do I have to wait until it goes to the next Fibonacci retracement, or it's okay to touch it here? It just looks like it might drop off the cliff.
Well, I will share without going into the fibs right now. What I can share with you, since you've got the fibs, it sounds like pretty nailed down. Let me provide you with some additional information that might assist you with regard to what's that?
Yep. No, that's what I want. Your stuff. Yeah.
Perfect. So Diamond Peak, that's what DPHC is, folks. Right now we can see that it's trading with inside its daily profile. It's above the top of the weekly, Victor, so that's bullish. The monthly is too new. There's not enough data for us to really rely upon anything from a monthly standpoint. So we're going to really focus on the daily time frame. And this is just consolidating. So to the extent that you're looking for an entry point, the entry point on this would be $21.04. If it closes below $21.04, it says, okay, this is not ready for prime time. We've got to try to figure out where is it maybe headed to. So I want to pull over the other charts out here. But again, right now in the daily time frame, the level to be watching is 2104. And it sounds like that's somewhere near the area that you were taking a look at potentially entering a trade. What you and I want to know is, did this generate a topping pattern out here? And voila, it did. It was a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top on September 22nd. Since then, price is pulling back, trading with inside that daily profile. Victor, if price closed below 2104, your buy point would be 1551. Now, we're going to go to a hard break here, so hold on through the commercial. But again, the daily time frame is saying, hey, 2104 is a buy area, but if price closes below that, it would be down at the 1551 level. And where price should really find support is 2149. We'll cover that when we get back from this break.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
You bet.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We're on the line with Victor. We're taking a ticker symbol DPHC. It's Diamond Peak Holdings out here. We're trying to identify a key support level out here, a potential entry point for Victor. So, Victor, when I pulled up the weekly time frame, one of the things that you and I noticed is this formed a valid topping pattern on September, what was really the week of October 2nd when it was confirmed, but it was the TD9 count pattern in bar number 8. 9 or the bar following 9 can be the high of this pattern. Turned out it was the bar number 8 on the week of September 25th. Now, when you get that topping signal, all that gives sellers the ability to do is try to push price down to support. So the first key level of support is that oscillator and change line. Really key, because retracements just back into that don't bust through that. In fact, we're nothing more than a retracement back to support. We actually saw that take place on that same weekly bar, September 25th. We then saw it again a couple of weeks ago, October 9th. Price tested and rejected it. So right now, that green line is printed at 21.48. As price moves down or up, it'll slide just a bit, a few pennies out here. But that is really the key number out here. So just like
21.
21.48.
What's the number?
21.48 is the number.
It has to be there. If it goes below it could go lower.
If it closes below that, that is exactly what the signal would be. So it's kind of like one of these things where if you're really interested in buying this, that would be the entry point. And then you would close out that trade if you saw it close below. Now, this is a weekly time frame chart, so this makes it slightly more complicated because it closed below it on, let's say, Monday or Tuesday. Doesn't mean it'll close below it on Friday. You know what I mean? So that's what you're contending with. But if price can hold that area, that would be a positive. Whereas if it fails there, you've got lower price. And it could be all the way back to the 1551 level.
Hey, and the next one, check this LCA stock out if you don't mind. It's a gambling stock that makes a lot of money. It looks like it did a good retracement. I don't know what's going on with it.
LCA, yeah. So just give me a second here for the chart to populate. And so in the case of LCA out here, Friday's session was pretty bearish. And what I mean about that, so this is the opposite of what we just looked at from the weekly chart for your other stock. Here, we're flipping it, because price was below Stevie's green / red line, and on Friday was a nice move higher, but it tested and it rejected that level. So that says it has not proven itself to the upside. A close above 1474, Victor, would be a breakout and a change in trend out here. So if you're looking to get into that, I'd have to say that 1474, even though you'd pay a higher price than where we're at right now, at least you'd want it to prove itself to you out here, because I don't have a valid bottoming pattern out here. Price could, on that pullback for LCA, you'd be looking at 1155.
Okay. And if you don't mind, one more. It's an oil stock, BP Amoco. BP is similar. I don't get that stock. It seems like we're ready for a global reset, because every stock I own is like stinks. You know what I mean? The big five or the FANG stocks. If you want to trade them, that's good.
Well, so BP, let me see if I can get this thing here to populate for you. And, this is so this actually – no, I don't have any type of bottoming pattern on the daily time frame, the weekly time frame out here. What do I have? That was
$37 in January or February.
Sure, I've got your answer for you. So if there is, so last week was the bar following bar number 9 of a TD9 count. By the way, Victor, when this bottomed most recently, this is back in March 20th, it was the TD9 count. Okay, so here's the deal. Last week was the bar following bar number 9. If price closes below the low of last week out here, 1587, prepare yourself for this to head even lower. In fact, that would be a message to you that there's strong momentum to the downside. So you've got the possibility of this holding out here. The proof of that would be a close above 1661 this week. So it's got the potential for a bottom. But it has not proven itself to you, and that's what you need for this to occur. And that would be a close above 1661.
What do you think all these pension funds do with that stock? That stock's been around for 50 years. It's like Standard Oil. It pays a good dividend. Even though they cut it in half now, it still pays 6-7%. What do institutions do? Double down, or they're long-term?
You know, I really don't know what the thinking would be. What I can do is just simply, our charting tools are really helpful for us to understand patterns that are typically associated with bottoms or tops, and where support and resistance are. And when support fails, you just go down to that next level.
Is this stock going away like a GE? It's done with? It's like a person. They love them when they're kids. They forget about them when they get older. Are we done with this stock? It's done?
Again, not a question that I have any. I would be giving you a guess. And there's no reason for me to even do that, especially when I haven't spent any time really pondering. I'm
just wondering how a stock can generate all these dividends for years and years and just all of a sudden be a piece of junk.
Yeah. Well,
all
right, Victor. Hey, thanks for the call.
Right, take it easy.
Thanks for the call. Best of luck. That was Victor, I believe, in Paramus, New Jersey out here. John in the Tiger's Den wanted a little bit of assistance with wheat out here. So the December wheat contract, and I believe the question was, is there resistance? And I know that there is, John. I'm just going to go right to it. We don't have to go through all the chart. It's coming from the weekly. It's coming from the weekly time frame. I think this is what you asked. If it wasn't what you asked, ping me again. But on the weekly chart out here for the December contract for wheat, here's what we see. We see the resistance level at 567.50. Now I'm on the weekly time frame out here. So the weekly time frame, you can see the TD9 breakdown here, 567.50. And what else do we see taking place? A TD9 count. Now the last time that wheat formed a high out here was back with a TD9 count, and it was back on the week of January the 17th out there. That was bar number 8. Bar number 9 followed. In this case here, bar number 9 is making a higher high, and it can be the higher high on next week's bar out here. But if you're looking for resistance, you're here right now, 567.50. Now, if price can close above this, John, and the TD9s don't even create much of a hiccup out here, well, then price wants to continue to move higher. This is where it becomes slightly complicated. 611.50 would be the number. When I say slightly complicated, I'm going over to the daily time frame chart. Typically, if you're up at resistance on the weekly, you'd see you might see some type of topping pattern on the daily. Do we? There's potential. The potential was that price is rising, but doing a less relative energy, but you need a bearish reversal candle, and you don't have that. So this is suggesting to me that price wants to continue to move higher, unless price were to close below the daily oscillator and change line, 547.52, which in essence, a pullback to that would be your entry price, much like you used before when we were taking a look at the trade here in wheat. But yes, there's a resistance level. It's clear, and you're up there right now. So Hope that helps you out. Short-term wise, if I'm taking a look at a short-term time frame chart out here for December contract, you just received a confirmed Rhodes Momentum Indicator top on that time frame pattern. That's, again, the 30-minute time frame pattern, price below Stevie's green line out here. So it's suggesting a little bit more of a pullback on a short-term basis. Was also wave number 7, letter G, on my screen. So I know that's a pattern that you pay attention to. So I don't know if that showed up on your 30-minute charts or not, but it is showing up on mine. So thanks for the question. Hope that helps you out. While we were taking a look at those stocks, we can see that the equity markets have taken another little bit of a leg lower out here. So when we go to this breakout here, I'll surf around the chart, see if there's anything else of importance for you to be focusing on for the rest of your afternoon. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. Dow's off 172, S&P down 25. We'll be right back.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my Gold Report. The Gold Report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
So we've got the NQ is testing the top of that daily profile. So the number that you're going to be watching at the end of today's trading, 11,723.25. If price closes below that, it's suggesting a further retracement. If we take a look at the instruments, the top, let's say, 6 or so of the top 8. Here's Apple, number 1. You can see it has a confirmed Gartley sell pattern. Now, price right now is trading below Stevie's green line. That's 119.28, but it's still above the top of the daily profile, which is 117.26. 11726, the number you're putting on your pad of paper. If price closes below that, it's telling you that Apple could pull back to 107.82 out here. If it stays above it, you have a undecided message. That's the message, because you've got a topping pattern and price above a level of support, key level. Here, Microsoft, you've got a nice Gartley sell pattern that was confirmed a couple days ago with the bearish engulfing candle. Price is just testing Stevie's green line. So Microsoft is not bearish just yet. Has improved. I mean, it's got the bearish pattern, but it hasn't broken any key levels of support. Stevie's green line would be the first one. We're pretty much trading at it. So if it continues lower, then that's going to suggest a move to 212.98. If we take, these are the top 3 holdings inside the NQ. Amazon has a confirmed sell the D point out here. That was confirmed with the evening star pattern from a few days ago. Out here, price, however, has pulled back. It's tested support. That's the bottom of its profile. 3130.62 is where it needs to close below to suggest something darker, a change in trend out there. That's Amazon. If we take a look at Google, that would be the 4th holding, especially if you combine the 2 out there. And today it's confirming its Gartley sell pattern. That's assuming you do end up with a bearish engulfing or a bearish sash candle out here. You can see Stevie's green line is green right now. It used to be red for Google. That suggests a test of the 1527 to 1530 area. So far, the top 4 holdings out there are suggesting potentially lower price. Watch Microsoft. That's the only one that has really held up so far. Of course, Apple still above the top of its daily profile. But folks, stay tuned for 2 more great hours. Have a magical, magnificent, marvelous Monday. And I look forward to seeing you on Terrific Tuesday. Take care, folks.